Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Colton, and today we're going to be talking about the sonic screwdriver. Besides the Doctor's mind, it's probably his greatest tool at his disposal. Interesting history behind it. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of the props that I've picked up over time, as well as talk about real, simple, not too in-depth history of the sonic screwdriver prop itself. Now, in the original story where the sonic screwdriver first appears, the Patrick Troughton story, Fury from the Deep, he was supposed to use a screwdriver prop that was given to him. It was just a mini screwdriver, an actual one. And in the story, the sonic screwdriver is really simple. He just points it at a box and it unscrews it. Literally does what you would expect a screwdriver to do. Well, Patrick Troughton ends up losing the sonic screwdriver prop, which again is just this mini screwdriver. They have to make a quick decision on the fly with what they have now because they're on this beach and they're wearing these life jackets. And on them, they have these Acme whistles, actually, and the prop master or the director, whoever decided, was just all like, here, go ahead and use this. And this is actually a reproduction by the same company, Acme. Picked this up on Amazon for about $8 or $9, but if you look at the actual images next to that, it's very accurate. It's the exact same whistle, they just reproduced it in a modern age. Of course, the second Doctor would go on to use slightly different sonic screwdrivers in the future. One sort of looks like a phaser from Star Trek, of course, and then the other one, it is the pen light. Very simple, just one that, again, they picked up off of the shelf, and nowadays, trying to find that, I've tried, it's impossible. You're not gonna find that specific one because it was just a utility tool in the 1960s that nobody was gonna save. Now, moving on to the Pertwee era, the prop master actually went around shopping, and he ended up going to the prop builder for Thunderbirds, and that prop builder had two different things that he used to create the sonic screwdriver. One was the head of a microphone, so the Thunderbirds puppet would hold this microphone, and the actual head of the microphone is what would become the emitter of the sonic screwdriver. The body itself of the sonic screwdriver was a human-sized version of, again, a prop for the puppets that was like some sort of tool that they used. I didn't ever watch Thunderbirds, obviously. It was way before my time. I know a lot of people that love the series still, and Big Finish actually makes audios based on the series. But some sort of tool, essentially, and the prop master was able to get his hands on both of those and combine them and created the third Doctor's sonic screwdriver. The prop itself never made any sort of sound. The black and yellow striping on it was just tape that they had put on. The emitter was already red, if I'm remembering correctly, and then any other detail they just painted on, essentially. It was the same prop that they used, would repair it, repaint it through the 4th and 5th Doctor until the story where the 5th Doctor loses his sonic screwdriver and it's destroyed. They lost the real prop at that point, and so anything after that, which it doesn't reappear until, essentially, I believe the 7th Doctor using it at the beginning of the movie, and then the 8th Doctor using it. The sonic screwdriver doesn't reappear in the classic series at that point, and the prop was lost, as I said. Obviously, once Doctor Who came back in 2005, they redesigned the sonic screwdriver completely, and we have a couple different examples of props that I've picked up, like I said. So, obviously, this is one of the newer pickups that I got, again, just because the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, he's my favorite Doctor, and this is just fun to have, of course. Now, we all know about the character options. 9th, 10th Doctor screwdriver, of course, has 4 sounds and has the pen on the end of it. This one comes from the I think it's just Doctor Who Monsters box set or something. It comes with the Cybermen and then the Dalek DVDs. But this one, I believe it's still Character Options who's making it at the time. I don't think Underground Toys. I could be wrong, of course, but it went from like Character Options to Underground Toys. I know Toynk is a company, I think, that distributes them in America, maybe. I'm not 100% sure the lineage of it. I think Character still does make Doctor Who sonic screwdrivers. I'm not 100% sure. I see them in circulation enough to where it makes me believe that's the case. and a lot of old stock is still in circulation if you go on Amazon and stuff like that. It's weird, the situation. But again, this is really basic. Just, this is the original batteries in it too. I'd have to look when the actual box set had come out. I'm sure it was around 2012 or 13, if not later even. But yeah, this is a great toy, you know, for kids especially. It has the slider, and you have to have it fully extended to use the different buttons. There's not much to say about it, of course. It does its job. It's pretty sturdy for a little kid's toy, obviously. So this is one of the most interesting Sonics in my collection. From the collector I bought it from, it was actually his dad's, and I got a Spirit of Light TARDIS key as well from him. He threw it in for free when I bought this, and he told me his dad picked it up around 2008 or 7, and it, you know, it doesn't have any sort of identifying mark on it. Obviously, he bought it from a comic book store, he told me. But examples I've seen online, and from what other people have told me, just talking on Reddit and Facebook and all that, is that they have had similar, if not the exact same, sonic screwdriver available since the 90s. So it's really hard to say when this one is from. There's an eBay listing of a similar one, but if you look at the eBay picture and you look at mine, they're milled slightly different, especially around the top and the emitter and everything. I'll throw a picture up on the screen, but this is not size accurate. It's pretty close, and I have a size accurate 8th Doctor I'll show you, but this one is really good. I love it. It's the first sonic screwdriver I ever owned. Feels great in the hands. For a little kid, it would be perfect, especially compared to, again, the toys that Character Options makes. It seems with the classic sonic screwdriver, they make the top rubbery and it just looks cheap. I haven't held one myself, but again, this holds up good. I'm sure those ones are completely fine if that's all you have. But this is great. The paint job, obviously, it's just clean aluminum. It reminds me of Joanna Lumley's sonic screwdriver from Curse of the Fatal Death, so that's always fun. Does not have the vibrate option. This is a recreation of the 8th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. I got this off of a seller on Etsy. I believe his name is RB Replicas. I'm going to throw his link in the description at the bottom. This one has a twist top, so you just turn it and it fully extends. The actual film prop, and there are some examples on Etsy that are 3D printed, people sell this hole here. You would slide that down and a button would pop out and it'd be spring loaded, so you'd press that and the actual prop would shoot up. But this one, it's just a locking, you know, you push it down and it goes in. There are 2 pieces of metal that'll overlap and hold it in place, so you have to slide it to release that. It's really nice, the feel of this. No electronics in this one. Again, I don't really personally care. It doesn't matter either way to me, but the look is what matters, and this one is immaculate. This is size accurate, like I said. Throwing it up next to my other one, you can see it's quite a bit larger. They're both, again, really great. Aluminum, you know, it's gonna always be aluminum if it's not steel, and the steel ones seem to be harder to come by. I haven't seen many that are steel, but it actually brings me to the last Sonic we'll be looking at today. Again, though, this is probably the favorite one that I own, of course, the 8th Doctor. My favorite Doctor besides Doctor number 2. And then right here, we have the 9th Doctor sonic screwdriver. Probably, it's so hard to choose a favorite Doctor, of course, but 9 is probably my 3rd or 4th favorite Doctor behind 2 and 8. This prop of it's a recreation of the Aztec screwdriver. Of course, you have to manually extend it, and has lights and sounds. This one does. This is the aluminum version. Oh, it's kind of quiet. I don't know if I need to put a new battery in it. It just came this way, but it's really bright. It has great sound to it. Again, I love that you have to manually extend it, and it's a lot smaller than the toy, actually. We'll do a size comparison, but Chris Eccleston tended to hold it like that, you know. Again, we have the character options and the recreation. This does come in a steel version, again, but it's like $80 more. I was fine with picking up the aluminum one. But yeah, it's significantly smaller. I know that there was a pen or a keychain that was even smaller, like a flashlight maybe, that was released that was smaller than this even, and this is like the perfect in between. You can put this in your pocket and you wouldn't have to worry about losing it or anything like that, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. The actual detail is amazing on this too. I really love this sonic screwdriver a lot, but again, I think this one just beats it out. Extend them both so you can see. They're beautiful pieces. And this one, I have to be honest, you know, the Etsy seller, it's shipped from China, is probably one of those companies that just offloads somebody else's product, you know. So this is from China, but it works and it feels great in the hand and it's size accurate, so you can't complain about that. Obviously, the sonic screwdriver is a lot of fun as a prop and as a fan of the show to explore the history of that. There are so many articles and videos online that go so much deeper than I did in this short amount of time. I just wanted to show off some of the options that you have. Like I said, be it something that was made by a fan in the 90s or the 2000s and they just made who knows how many to distribute. And then you have toys and the custom ones that are really high detailed, you know, something that you can buy and be happy with. You don't have to get a replacement because this is screen accurate. It feels great in the hand, like I said. It's not expensive at all. The sonic screwdrivers, you know, when you're paying $40, $30+ for a toy version anyways, it's gonna break, it's gonna have so many problems in the long run. These are gonna hold up as long as you handle them with, you know, some level of care. These can take a good beating. It's the exact same thing a replica lightsaber would be made of, you know. I just think at the end of the day that if you're gonna be spending so much on the toy anyways, just save up a little bit and get a nice sonic screwdriver, something that you can be happy to show off at a convention and it'll stand out against the crowd. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, let me know. I hope you have a good day.